Namaste children. So children, today again we are the revision of the chapter Constitutional Design. We'll revise this chapter also because in my previous class I completed the revision. But there are some of the aspects of the chapter that we have not discussed. Some of the portion that I will discuss in short because it is given in your NCERT book and sometimes MCQs or short questions come from this portion. So, you see in the chapter Constitution, speeches of different leaders, those who were involved in making of our constitution are given. The first, I think, the views of Mahatma Gandhi is given. You see in your NCERT book, it is given in the page, in different pages in block writing, you see. The views of Mahatma Gandhi regarding our India and our constitution. Suppose, what are his views? You would be thinking that it is not written anywhere that Mahatma Gandhi was involved in making our constitution. But it is not so, children. He had mentioned his views in a magazine called Young India. In that he wrote that our Indian constitution should look like this. Or he mentioned his views regarding Indian constitution, and the name of that magazine is Young India. His views were that Mahatma Gandhi believed in equality. He said that in our country no discrimination should be done. Everyone should be treated equal. He said that, that due to efforts of Mahatma Gandhi, untouchability was banned. Mahatma Gandhi said that until and unless a single person in a country he sleeps hungry, or if he sees tears in any one person's eyes, India is not independent in true sense. He believed in theory of everyone should work hard and to earn money, and nobody should sit idle. Everyone should work according to their capacity. And he said that if a single person in a country sleeps without eating food, or he is hungry, or if he is not earning his livelihood, we cannot say that India is independent in true sense. Until and unless everyone will be prosperous in our country, we are not free. We will be only free, will be only independent when prosperity will be there in our country, equality will be there in our country. He told that no discrimination should be done. These were views of Mahatma Gandhi. He also told that special privileges should be given to women. No discrimination should be there. No gender discrimination should be done in our country. He also said that in case of voting also universal adult franchise should be there. So these were some of the views which is mentioned in your book of Mahatma Gandhi regarding our country, what our country should be after independence. And this thing he mentioned in his magazine called Young India. Then you see that it is given in your NCERT book what were the views of Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru. He has given a speech at the night when we got freedom. He said that we are now we have to think about the new India. We should forget whatever sufferings we had in the past. Now we had the tryst with destiny, it is written in our book. We have to forget whatever we have done in past, and we have to think about the better future of our country. And we have to take oath that we should believe in equality and humanity. He said that we have suffered a lot in past. Britishers have exploited us. But just by remembering the past and feeling sorry about that, we will not be able to develop. We can only develop when we plan for a future, and he believed that our India should be young India, where young generation They work hard for development of the nation. We should remember that how Britishers have exploited us. But just by remembering past, our present and future should not be affected, isn't it? Because we have suffered a lot, and we should not forget that suffering, we should not forget the efforts and the steps taken, the hard work done by a freedom fighters for making our country independent. He also said that we should work very hard to fulfill the dream of the greatest man of our nation, a father of our nation, that is Mahatma Gandhi. Because Mahatma Gandhi, he said that until and unless poverty is not removed from our country, when all the people they fulfill the requirements, nobody suffers, nobody cries, then only we are fully independent. Then the views of Dr. Bhimrao Ambedkar is given. He had certain contradictions. He said that he does not believe in dual policy. He said that well, in one way we are talking about universal adult franchise in field of politics that rich or poor, high caste or low caste, they have got the equal rights of voting. And on the other hand, we see that there is a large gap between the rich and the poor. There is a large gap. Always the high caste people are exploiting the lower caste people. They have been always exploited and treated very badly. So he said that if equality is there in voting, there should be equality in case of representation of the country also. And that's why he said that until and unless reservation is not given to the people of scheduled castes and scheduled tribes in politics and in any other fields, they will not be able to come at par with the people of higher caste. And that's why he only introduced with the views of other people in Constituent Assembly about reservations. He said that in coming future, people of scheduled caste and scheduled tribes and other backward communities should be given reservation in jobs also, in politics also. And that's why you see that in our country, still we are having reservations for scheduled caste and scheduled tribes in Lok Sabha. For example, in Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha, that is the Indian Parliament, and in state assemblies also. But for OBCs, we are having reservations only in local self-government. So he said that equality should be there in both the fields, in political field also and in each and every field, so that each and every caste of people can live with equality in our country, and then only our country can develop, because these people are also part of our society. If they are being neglected, if they are being exploited, our country can never develop with only one section of society. And this lower caste of people, they have been exploited. Just you read our Indian history, or if you are not reading, just you see children the old movies. I think you are not watching the old movies, but you see many old movies like you see Achut Kanya and many such movies. I'll give you many names, just now I don't remember. In that you will see the problem of untouchability has been shown. You can just know that how the untouchables, the people of lower caste were treated in past. And to bring that people with at par, what is required? Reservation was required. And that is why it is mentioned that in coming future, and you see that reservations are there in our country. So these are the views of Dr. Bhimrao Ambedkar, who was the head of the drafting committee. I have told you while teaching this lesson that the president was Dr. Rajendra Prasad of Constituent Assembly, and the chairman of drafting committee, the head of drafting committee who drafted the constitution was Dr. Bhimrao Ambedkar. These two leaders leaded the Constituent Assembly, and they played a very important role in making of our constitution. So by this we have completed the chapter, the revision, the points of the views of the three leaders, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, Dr. Bhimrao Ambedkar, Mahatma Gandhi. We have discussed in brief. You go through the topic, you go through that extract which is given in your book, and then if you have any difficulty you can ask me just in any of the interactive classes. So we have completed the revision of this chapter, Constitutional Design. In the first video, in the first part of the revision, I had discussed regarding definition of constitution, that constitution is a book of law in which the rules and regulation regarding that how the country will function is been, and this constitution is not made by a single person, is not by a single leader, it is made by the body of elected representatives, and these representatives are elected from each and every states of our country. And that is why always you see that in a preamble it is written, we the people of India. That means this constituent assembly, our constitution, was not made by a single person, a single leader. It was made by the people of India, and this representative body of people of India is Constituent Assembly. We have discussed what is Constituent Assembly. We have discussed the making of an Indian Constitution. We have discussed the views of different leaders who were involved in making of the Constitution. Then children, we discussed the very important part of the chapter, that is preamble. Preamble is a guiding value of our Constitution. It throws light on the values and philosophies of our Constitution. Then children, we discussed about the different philosophies like secularism. I have discussed in detail that equal respect for all religion. Then we discussed fraternity, that is brotherhood, equality, nobody should be discriminated. Then we discussed many other things like democracy, you know the meaning of democracy. Then we discussed republic, that no hereditary ruler is there. Whosoever is the head, he or she is elected by common people. Democracy, republic, fraternity, secularism, liberty, equality, all these things are the philosophies of constitution. And these philosophies, this is nothing new to you. This you are studying from your junior classes. So I think all of you know what is secularism, fraternity, liberty, equality. So if this question comes in exam, always this question comes for full 5 marks, then I think that you'll be able to write in a proper way. Okay. So we have completed the complete revision of this chapter. And once again children, I'm reminding you, I have discussed in my previous video, because at that time I was not knowing that Constitution of South Africa is not there in your syllabus. But after that, the revised syllabus came from CBSE. If you are not aware, see once again, and I am informing you that the part of African Constitution regarding apartheid, Nelson Mandela, and how the Constitution of South Africa was made, just if for a knowledge you can know it. It is very good that you knew something about Nelson Mandela, what is apartheid. But from point of view of examination, this portion has been deleted. So you don't have to write questions and answers also from this point. If you have written also, just you can feel relaxed and you don't revise it at the time of your examination. So this portion is not there. So just you have to study about definition of constitution, meaning of constitution, function of constitution. Then you have to study about how our constitution was made, and sometimes question comes from views of the different leaders like Mahatma Gandhi, Bhimrao Ambedkar regarding a constitution. Then the very important is preamble, define preamble, and in that preamble, what is the philosophy of the constitution. In that just now we have discussed what you have to write. And the last part of the lesson, that is institutional design. That means whatever is mentioned in a constitution is included in different institutions, different organs of our government like parliament, judiciary, executives, and it is followed by the people of our country. Our constitution is not just a mere piece of paper. It has got some value. Okay. So just you have to discuss about that what is a constitution, what is institutional design, and how it is inculcated in different organs of our government. So by this we end the revision of our chapter, that is constitutional design. Hope we have completed revision of all the chapters that are going to come in the first term. That is the first, in economics we have discussed story of Palampur, and second we have discussed people as a resource. In economics, we have discussed the first chapter, democracy, that is second chapter, and the third chapter, constitutional design. So with this, we end the revision and will continue in the next class. Thank you, children.